Hey my sweet pen friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Devin. I am so excited because Christmas is almost here. I've got my crazy Christmas cat sweater on. I love it so much, but I'm also pretty excited to be sitting down and doing this video for you guys. It is the fountain pen hobby tag created by Chris. I'll have her video linked off in the description box below. Definitely check it out. She created a series of questions for all of us fountain pen enthusiasts to answer, so feel free to follow along and answer in the comment section below. The first question is, do you have a favorite ink brand? This is a tough one, Chris. I am probably known for not having tried enough fountain pen inks, or I guess I'm notorious for having a lot of ink samples stored right now and not going through a lot of different inks quickly enough. I've shared this on my channel before, but I have this weird little, I don't even know what to call it, like quirk or habit that I need to finish the ink that's in my pen before I can try a new ink. So I feel like that prevents me from trying a lot of inks. If I had to choose a favorite ink brand, I want to say Noodlers, even though I've only tried one ink from them, which is Noodlers Black Swan and Australian Roses. I just love that they're so affordable, they're high quality, and I mean, talk about a range of beautiful shades with different properties at that. So I feel like I'm gonna go with Noodlers. I probably have a lot of Robert Oster ink samples as well as Erbon ink samples, both of which I enjoy very much, but I don't know, something is telling me to say Noodlers, so I'm gonna go with that, even though again I've only tried one ink from them so far. The second question is, how many pen pals do you have? Lots? Few? None? This is actually a very painful question for me to answer because I'm so behind on responding to my pen pals. So if you've sent me a letter, I apologize that I'm taking so long. I have them. I have a stack of pen pal letters right here that I need to respond to. But back to the question, I don't think I've ever counted how many pen pals I have, but if I were to guess, I would say 10 or so. And I have my PO box in the description box below if you want to write me. I love writing letters. It does take me a while and I apologize so much for that. But when I write a letter, like I have to have like good lighting and just 100% focus on your letter, and I don't often get those pockets of time, but I'm hoping that I can make more time for it in these upcoming months. Question number 3, are you all done buying fountain pens? The short answer is no, but I have talked about this on my channel before. I do want to slow down on my purchases. I think a big goal for me going into the new year, and something that I actually want to do a video series on if you guys are interested in it, is decluttering my stationery, really refining what sparks joy and filtering out the things that just don't make the cut. And it's not that I have a certain number of certain stationery items that I want to achieve. I mean, I have talked about this before as well. I purchased these Galen leather 10 pen cases. Well, I purchased one initially with the idea that I would have no more than 10 fountain pens. Well, let me tell ya, that was not the case. I have another one of these and just pens that are in their original boxes. So, you know, it is what it is. I love fountain pens, and with companies constantly creating beautiful new releases, I find myself not done with buying fountain pens. Question number 4 is, how many people have you spread the fountain pen fever / hobby to? I honestly don't know. It's kind of amazing to be able to connect with you guys for our love for stationery and have you reach out and say that you started watching my fountain pen videos and you're thinking about purchasing your first fountain pen. That gets me so excited and so overjoyed that what I'm sharing on my YouTube channel is actually helpful. So I don't know how many people I've spread the fountain pen fever / hobby to, but if I've done that for you, let me know in the comment section below, because I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but also, like, isn't it great? Isn't it great to have such a beautiful and fine writing implement? I mean, it's a joy that I think everyone should be able to experience, which is why I love making videos about it. Question number 5, who influenced you into the hobby? I would say that it was probably Kara Benz from Boho Berry. I was obsessed with her bullet journal videos. Like, I would watch the same videos over and over again because I loved her content. I admired her style and approach to bullet journaling, and again, was just like obsessed. And then I saw that she posted a fountain pen collection video or something, and I think she had mentioned Brian Goulet over at Goulet Pens, so that sent me down a rabbit hole that I was resisting. And again, I've shared this on my channel before, but for those of you who may not know, I was just like, no, it's too complicated. I don't want to like ruin a really nice pen. I just felt overwhelmed at the idea of having a fountain pen, but I kept watching Kara's videos. I kept watching Brian's videos, and finally, I just did it. I got my first fountain pen and haven't looked back since. Question number 6, favorite fountain pen friendly notebook / paper. If we're talking the best of the best, for me, that is definitely the Tomoe River paper. It's so thin, but just is like so magical when you write with your fountain pens on it. I do reserve that paper for when I'm writing to pen pals, but some other ones I think that are worth mentioning are Rhodia. I have a Rhodia notebook that I've done swatches on for this channel before, and I think it's worth mentioning the Flight Diary of Love notebook. If you're using fine or extra fine fountain pens, then this might be a good option. Really affordable. I do have a video on it, so I'll link it off in the cards and in the description box below. That way you can check it out. Question number 7, have you ever thought of quitting the hobby and getting rid of all your pens and inks? Wow. I think it's not quite the same thing, but when I think about how I want to refine, organize, and simplify my stationery collection, I kind of get the same feeling when I think about this question, if I quit the hobby. I don't think I've ever thought about quitting the hobby and getting rid of all of my pens and inks. Are we crazy? Are we crazy? I mean, there might come a time where I simplify my collection down to maybe 1, 2, or 3 pens, 1, 2, or 3 inks, but I love fountain pens so much. It's such a different writing experience versus something like a gel pen or a ballpoint, and I still enjoy those types of pens, but fountain pens, they really give like such a unique writing experience, such an elevated writing experience. I don't know. Why are we even still talking about this? I just, that question, wow, really threw me for a loop. If you could meet any famous fountain pen person, who would it be? The first person that comes to mind is Brian Goulet. I think it's because he really helped me understand like what a fountain pen was. As I mentioned earlier, my curiosity with fountain pens started with Kara, but Brian Goulet helped walk me through what I should expect out of fountain pens, and Like, does he count? I think he's pretty famous. I feel like he's really well known within the fountain pen community. I would love to meet Brian Goulet. He just seems like a super kind and funny person. I mean, anyone from the Goulet Pens team, like, I don't know. I don't know if that counts, but that's gonna be my response. Question number 9, ideally, how many fountain pens would you like to own? Can be more or less than you actually have. So this goes back to what I was saying earlier in the video. When I first started the hobby, I had this vision, this strong vision and goal to only have 10 pens. And once I filled up my Galen leather 10 pen case, that was gonna be it. Things were gonna have to go if I wanted to bring some new fountain pens into the mix, but that is so difficult when there are just so many wonderful pens. And the goal for me isn't to have a certain number of things, it's to have things that spark joy. So I don't have an answer to that question. We'll see what that number turns out to be after I tidy my stationery. Question number 10, favorite pen cases / sleeves. That's a no-brainer for me. I absolutely love these Galen leather 10 pen cases. I have this one in the Crazy Horse navy blue as well as the Crazy Horse forest green. They are just so well made. They are everything that I wanted and felt like I needed for my fountain pen collection. It's a nice, compact, zippered case. It has these pieces of leather to protect the pens from rubbing up against each other when you close it. Each of the pens have their own elastic loop, and I feel like they offer such a wonderful variety of colors as well as variations of pen cases. So definitely if you're looking for a good fountain pen case, check out Galen Leather. I'll have it linked off in the description box below. If you could go to any pen show in the world, which one would it be? To be honest, I've never been to a pen show before, and this past year I actually wanted to go to the one in San Francisco because that one I believe was closest to me. I live in San Diego, but then COVID happened and everything got canceled and postponed. So I would just like to go to a pen show. I would be especially interested to hear your guys' responses to that question. If you could go to any pen show in the world, what show would you go to? Let me know in the comment section below. Question number 12, how much space do you dedicate to the hobby? I don't know exactly. I mean, I guess I currently dedicate like half a drawer to it. We have one of those IKEA like dressers in our office closet, and the bottom drawer is reserved for all of my stationery items. So I would say that my fountain pen collection takes a half. It actually makes me kind of anxious thinking about it because I'm anxious to tidy my stationery collection, but I think it's not a lot of space, like in the bigger picture. My collection is definitely still very modest, still very in the beginning stages of this journey. So that was the last question for this tag, but I would love to hear from you guys. What are your responses? You can pick 1 or 2 questions or answer all of them. Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to share it with a pen friend who you think might also enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe and to turn on those notifications. That way you don't miss any of our videos. I do my best to upload here every Wednesday at 8 a.m. PST, so please take care until then. Wishing you all a wonderful and warm holiday season. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.